Oh my God, I'm already feeling it. We are back with our ongoing series, Asked and Answered, where we bring you an expert to answer your most burning questions. So before daylight saving time ends this weekend, we are tackling your biggest sleep concerns. Dr. Rebecca Robbins, she's an assistant professor at Harvard Medical School, also a sleep scientist at Brigham and Women's Hospital in Boston. Dr. Robbins, we are so happy you're here. I'm sure you have a long line of people whenever you're at a cocktail party, like, help me out with this. So let's talk about different categories. One of the issues is how people can stop their mind from racing. A lot of people lay down, the day's, stuff is swirling around. How do you calm your mind to sleep?
Right?
Yeah.
So it's very common, but it's also a myth that a good sleeper will fall asleep right away. It takes even a well-rested person about 15 or 20 minutes or maybe a little bit longer to fall asleep. So setting ourselves up for success is key. Number one, really ritualize the time before bed. And I use that word specifically because we want to think of 2 or 3 things that you can do as many nights of the week. If it's a warm shower, wash your face, slip into the covers, couple pages of a book, go to sleep. And then your brain starts to understand that what comes next is sleep. And second, really think about things that calm and soothe you. If that's deep breathing, visualization, mindfulness exercises that really help you find peace in the moment.
I have to say, I was not a person who did deep breathing until the last 6 months. It's really chemical what happens to your body when you do that. It does. It can really soothe you before you go to bed.
And that's part of the process.
And I would imagine no phone, last thing you look at before you go to sleep.
Ideally not. It emits blue light. It's waking us up exactly when we want to be falling asleep. So try to have a cutoff. If you want to be falling asleep at 11 p.m., try to say, okay, I'm going to be off my phone by around 10:30.
Okay, half hour before. All right. A lot of viewers say that they're having trouble staying asleep. They can get to sleep, but they wake up. So what's your answer there?
Many people also struggle with this, and it also can come with age. So if you're struggling with these kind of middle of the night awakenings, first self-talk. It's easy to get up and say, oh no, not again, I'm awake. And then your cortisol spikes and it kind of, it limits your ability to fall back asleep. So positive self-talk, I'm up, no big deal, take it in stride.
Let's go
and
back
then maybe go to the bathroom, do whatever it kind of woke you up.
Another
quick, simple thing is water intake close to bedtime. Try to keep that to a minimum. Really hydrate earlier in the day and then kind of limit closer to bedtime is ideal. And then go back to those rituals. What are the things that help you fall asleep? And then go right back to that playlist of, if it's a couple pages in a book, that breathing exercise, and then slipping into the covers.
Meditation, whatever it takes, prayer. Okay. Melatonin, hot topic. A lot of people swear by it. Some people say it actually does the opposite. It kind of jacks them up a little. What's the story with melatonin?
Melatonin is a hormone that's secreting in our brain when we're keeping a consistent bedtime routine and going into a cool, dark room. Now, exogenous melatonin or tablet form, kind of that you can get at the grocery store, is increasingly ubiquitous. One of the things is we just don't know the purity of many over-the-counter tablets. And we also don't know the long-term implications of melatonin because it just hasn't been around long enough for us to scientifically really be able to study it in the longer term. So if you are taking it, always talk to your doctor, but do consider a pharmaceutical grade. You can be confident about the purity in those cases.
You can tell by looking at the jar whether or not it's pharmaceutical grade or not?
It'll be a little bit more expensive, and that just means it has a higher level of scrutiny that those companies will have to go through.
Okay. A viewer asked this, any last-ditch methods for turning inability to sleep around? Some people just say, I'm not a good sleeper, I can't sleep.
Coming back to the tools and strategies that we're talking about, really consistent bedtime routines, relaxing and unwinding close to bedtime, and be wary that there's really no silver bullet when it comes to sleep. And ironically, the harder we try, sometimes the harder we have. So self-talk is another big one, really, telling yourself, I got this, we're good.
And if you do have your brain decides. Yeah, your brain decides if you're going to sleep or not. So you might as well have it tell you good things. This is a biggie. Here, I'm going to read it. My husband snores badly. He keeps me awake. Earplugs for me are not an option, and neither is sleeping in separate rooms. I hear, SG, that's what the initials say. I don't know who this is. I think her initials are Savannah Guthrie. Okay.
Thanks for taking my letter.
Yeah, so I need it to stop. What is your answer?
So with this, if sleeping in a separate bedroom is not an option, for this person, we might think about one simple strategy. It's kind of an old school remedy. You take a sock and put a tennis ball in it, and you just fasten it to the back of the sleeper's kind of t-shirt or pajamas so they can't roll onto their back, and it ideally can keep them on their side.
Put a tennis ball in a sock and stick it with a clothespin.
And then accept the divorce papers that you're going to get.
So it's the rolling over part that usually gets it going.
Keeping that person on their side.
On their side. He needs to be a side sleeper.
Considerations for snorers. Snoring can be common and not harmful or worrisome, but if snoring is coupled with loud or repetitive pauses in breathing, then that could be a sign to speak to your doctor.
Okay, we'll check it all out. Dr. Robbins, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
All right. For more tips on better sleep, including she's got a 7-day plan, head to today.com/health. And for our next Asked and Answered, we want your help with holiday travel. So go to today.com/question, share your burning questions, and we will get them answered next time.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.